Once you understand that you've got your situation, your action, and the response to the behavioural questions, you've got to think of 3 stories, right? It's too hard to make up in the interview. You want to be able to have those 3 stories that are there and ready to go that will answer behavioural questions like, tell me about the time you faced a challenge. Tell me about the time that you had to deal with an irate customer. Tell me about the time that you felt out of your depth and you didn't know what to do. The other thing that you're going to get in an interview is sometimes you're going to get nasty questions that you're not going to want to answer. Be prepared for them. So, what's a nasty question? Why did you leave the last job? Why were you terminated from your last job? How much salary will you take in a new job? If I ring your last boss, what are they going to tell me about you? What other roles are you considering at the moment? Now that's a tricky question. If you say none, they'll say, well, you've got no options, therefore we'll probably be going cheap. If you say, I'm being considered for this role, this role, this role, and this role, they might turn around and say, oh, that's too much like hard work. We're not going to pursue this candidate. So you've got to, well, basically tell the truth, but also play it by gut feel depending on how interested you are in getting the job. Now, if you have been terminated from a previous job, right, that will most likely come out in the reference checked. So be honest, just tell them, I got sacked, it didn't work out, they decided to get rid of me. Tell them what you learnt from it. Tell them about why it happened. Lots of people get sacked, and they get sacked mainly because the job isn't suitable for them. And when you think about that, I've had a lot of candidates come to me and say, Leah, you know, it was a terrible experience, I got sacked, but 3 days later, I was so relieved that I didn't have to go there anymore and do what I had to do. It's one of those things that, you know, people get terminated. It's not something that you do to a person. Sometimes it's something that you do for a person. So that's the interview. Apart from the tricky questions, which I've just gone through at the end, if you can get through talking through your resume, finding common ground of what they want and what you've got, handle the technical interviews, handle the behavioural interviews, handle the tricky interviews, then you'll get through the interview without a problem.